Ni hao, I'm Sandia and welcome back to my channel. Somehow I ended up working in a factory of Tianjin, China. Therefore in this video I'm gonna share with you what it's like to live, work and be one of the very few foreigners somewhere in the middle of nowhere in a country far, far away surrounded by pollution most of the time. I did my master's in Beijing and I really fell in love with China. I wasn't ready to leave, but
I wanted to see more of the world.
I moved to Rome, England, made a crazy trip to West Africa, tried to find myself in Bali,
Clearly that didn't go that well.
and finally moved to Sydney. While enjoying the Aussie life,
I was offered a job in a company that I was writing my master thesis about.
I dropped everything and ended up here in China. China, but what I didn't realize was that I would be working and living literally in the middle of nowhere. Empty roads, factories, pollution. After life in Sydney, this was quite a shock.
But how often do you, as a foreigner, actually get a chance to experience this?
Not very often. I ended up living in a dormitory 3 kilometers away from the factory with all the other employees. I was literally the first and only foreigner to live there.
I made a tour of my apartment in a previous video. Link in description.
Closest supermarket 20 minutes away by car. City center 1 hour away by car. Well, you can always get a Didi, right? Huh.
Only 1 out of 10 times you're lucky enough to get a Didi.
It's far away. Luckily, there is a small shop
Which sells water, noodles, and some other small stuff.
The view I got from my window is amazing, especially compared to the view I had in Sydney. Getting to work, it would take us 20 minutes by foot. There were also company buses that would come and pick us up every morning and drive us home, which were really convenient in cold winter. As there are no shops or restaurants anywhere near, breakfast was served in the company, and by breakfast I mean real Chinese breakfast. By now I have tried everything there is to try.
About a day keeps the doctor away.
Work starts at 9 o'clock and finishes at 5:45. We got 1 hour lunch break and free food in the company. And then we can just play badminton, ping pong, go for a walk, or simply sleep. What I was so impressed about was that everybody was so friendly. They really wanted to share their culture with me, help me out in any situation. I don't think I've experienced as much of a Chinese culture in 2 years when studying in Beijing as I did in my first week in Tianjin.
Kind of sad, isn't it?
Every morning, instead of making a coffee, people were boiling all kinds of teas and soups.
On their desks.
On the desks, you could find the craziest things. Sometimes you would think that people actually moved in there. Since there's no restaurant anywhere near to be found, we have nowhere to eat our dinner. But there are men who actually come up there to your dormitory gate with their cars, open up the trunks, and sell you food.
What else could you wish for?
I'm afraid it's time to end this video.
But I've been talking way too much anyway.
I hope you enjoyed me sharing this exciting adventure of life I'm going through right now.
If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, well, just let it be.
Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet, and I will see you in the next video. 再见